Hello guys, this is Kalliopé welcoming you back to my channel. Today we'll be doing my March bullet journal setup, and for this month's theme I decided on doing bamboo since a good friend of mine who has her birthday in March is probably the biggest fan of bamboo ever. I started out my cover page by doing this simple illustration of a bush of bamboo. For this I used my zebra mild liners, watercolor brush pens, and also a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen. Then on top of the drawing at the bottom of the page, I did the March header with a black hard-tip brush pen. Next, I decided to do my monthly spread instead of a quote page, since seriously, what new quotes are there that involve bamboo? I then did the squares for my monthly with the dimensions of 4 by 6 squares, I think. Note that my squares in this Seedon notebook are 4mm wide. I then did the header with these stamps that I got for Christmas, but since I didn't have an ink pad, I just colored the stamps with some brush pen. I then placed another little illustration of bamboo below. As you can see, I then cut off a centimeter or so off my right page since I decided to do tabs for my weekly this month, which was inspired by Elizabeth from Plant-Based Bride. On to my tracker page. I did my header with some brush lettering and also stamps, but that didn't really work on the one side, so I just covered it up later with some paper that I had left over from a Dutch store spread. I then drew over it with my zebra mild liner and a Pigma micron, but the space management wasn't really done optimally. As my mood tracker, I drew again this bush of bamboo, which I then numbered, and I also forgot this, what is it called, like what color it means what mood, but I later added that, so you'll be able to see that on my Instagram. Side note, I actually upload all of my weekly spread to Instagram, so if you're interested in that, definitely check out my Instagram. It is linked in the description. As my habit habit tracker, I then drew again these, what are they called, like strands of bamboo. And yes, I actually drew 155 strands of bamboo. Then I did the headers with stamps, and I don't know what was up with me, but my space management could have done better. It was definitely not my greatest work, which apparently my cat Tesla here sensed, and well, she decided to just pay a visit and sit on my work, which I bet every cat owner around here can relate to. And yes, I forgot that there is a V in productive, so I had to redo that and draw over it with a white gel pen. Now I cut off the side of the page again. Now on to my sleep and monthly highlights, my sleep tracker. I actually decided to modify this from last month's. Last month's tracker was just tracking how many hours I slept, and actually this month I decided to do a tracker that actually tracks from when to when I slept. And also a hack that I kind of decided on doing since last month was just coloring the bars of when I slept with the colors of my mood tracker to rate the quality of my sleep, if that makes any sense. Oh no, there's Tesla. She's like the logic police. Like when I get unlogical, she comes and she chilled out for the rest of the day there, and she actually fell asleep on all of my stationery, so I had to grab all of my pens from under her and behind her, and it was not very convenient. And actually, yes, I then remembered that I actually had a green ink pad, so I used this for my header from monthly highlights. Actually, I kind of stole this spread from my sister. She decided to do it first, and on there's gonna go my, I don't know, monthly favorites for like podcasts, songs, books, events, memories, stuff like that. And then I put some little illustrations on the bottom of the page again, and yeah, the cutting off the page of the corner of the page. The page of the corner again. Now on to the last page of the setup, where actually the tabs that I talked about earlier actually come in place for the first time. Since that week is probably going to be pretty busy, I made these rather big boxes, and since I had a bit of space left, I put this little illustration with another header and a monthly overview. I then did the headers for my weekly boxes with stamps and the mildly green mild liner, and yeah, then everything was kind of finished. This was probably the most joyful setup I've had in a long time. The last one was kind of cursed, And here is the final flip through. So thank you guys so much for looking in, and happy creating!